Hello guys, I am AOP and I'm casting for Definitive Esports, and I am today's host of Going Pro, just like every other week. And yeah, I have a really awesome game for you. It got recommended on Guzu Gamers website, so you should really head into their webpage and check out their replay page, because it is really good and helped me out a lot with the casting. And as always, I'm casting for Definitive Esports and this is Going Pro. So we are heading into today's game there, starting in the top position as the red Prodos. This week's featured player, he is ShoWTimE, and this guy is a quite beloved streamer actually. He's currently placed in the Grandmaster League in EU. He's from Germany. I don't know so much about him because I don't think that he has been around for so long, and that he hasn't been playing in lots of tournaments. But I know that this is a really good player because I've watched a couple of replays with him, with he beating a lot of good players on the ladder. And this is actually a ladder game, so not as serious as on some kind of tournament. But anyway, it's pretty darn serious, because you don't want to lose ladder points and you want to meet the best players on the ladder to compete. And starting on the other side of the map as the blue Zerg, we have Acer.Nerchio. So currently pretty much the second best Zerg player in Europe, since Stefano pretty much takes the place as the best player. And we have one scouting probe going into the mineral line here. Sees that there is no pool drop down as of yet, Nerchio will for certain go for the pool first, I was just about to say. And there we go. And while as we see, ShoWTimE is going for the Forge Expand, which is pretty much the most common opening and for Protoss. But we see some players get who actually is not using the Forge Expand versus Zerg, who's actually going for gates. And yeah, you can vary this quite a bit, or just add a gate and then you forge or something like that. Lots of players tend to just do variation of the Forge Expand build, but ShoWTimE is indeed going to do the standard Forge Expand here, as well as we see one pylon going down in Nerchio's natural. And this is really interesting. Pretty much forces the Zerg to take his third, or just delays. Oh, that drone just got away, and one more drone is going to get there, and he delays this natural so much. And in like when this happens, usually we see the Zerg just going for the third instead of the natural, just forcing the Zerg to grab 3 bases. But at this point, he actually blocked it off for so long, and Nerchio didn't want to take a super early third, so he actually took this base instead very late, and this pretty much forces him to grab a third anyway. So he's moving out with this drone now, going to drop the third down, and goes out with a couple of links here on the field, just to get some scouting done and kill off this probe as well. And they are pretty much going to get it, probably, looks like at least. We see Gateway going down for ShoWTimE, about to finish. One Overlord hovering over this little diamond or mineral field, or what it is. Would be cool if you can drop on there and just mine the minerals and then just drop down, but it would be completely imba. But anyway, Nerchio having his links spread all over the map just to see what's going on, and he's going to catch this probe. I don't know if he got the first one, but he's going to chase down at least this one. Looks like it will. Sailing's coming in from the other side. Is it going to survive? Oh, it's so close that cannon will save it. And actually Nerchio getting that one probe, so that was a really good kill for him, but lost a couple of Zerlings, or one Zerling there in that little engagement, which you don't want to do, of course. Double assimilators on the natural, no on the main, no assimilators taken on the natural. Cybernetic score going up right now, so we are going to check what's going on here. ShoWTimE adding up on sentry pretty much indicates on that he will get more sentries later on in this game. No, he's I actually was thought he was going for Sentry Mortal since he got the first Sentry, but he's actually adding up with the Stargate. I'm sorry for not knowing my timings super correctly, but this Stargate could be quite interesting, because most Protosses who end up versus a Zerg on 3 base will go for Immortals, or at least some kind of gateway build. But this time we actually see the Stargate, which is a huge investment, but if it does work, it could help out and kill off a lot of Overlords and Queens, and might get one hatchery as well. One Void Ray already on the way, and I don't think the Nerchio have seen this. No, he hasn't. Oh, he have seen the 7A score, but no, he hasn't seen the Stargate though. He's going in with some links to check, but he isn't going to get in here. Pretty much 1 Sentry and 1 Photon Cannon here to keep this place safe, and 1 Overlord placed over here. The Zerling is just running in to check something, and 2 Sellers going to meet up with the Zerlings, and they don't want to get into because if Nerchio micros correctly, he can kill off the both of those Salads, but if he doesn't do it, the Salads can actually kill off all the Zerlings, and now 1 Void Ray is going to be scouted, and this first Overlord is going to sacrifice his life pretty much. Double Phoenixes on his way, Robotics facility getting added now, and this one Void Ray with the 2 Phoenixes will start flying out right now, and looks like he will be starting to kill off this Overlord as well here, and a couple of Zerlings. Oh, he sees the Overlord and he will kill it off, and while as we see the first Phoenix is flying over to the other side of the map, and we don't see any Spore Crawlers whatsoever from Nerchio, even though the Evo Bay is up. So I wonder what's going on for Nerchio at the moment. We see so many attacks and Metabolic Boost, as well as Giant Reconstruction on the way, but no Roaches on the way just yet. 3 Spine Crawlers or Spore Crawlers being added right now. Both these Phoenixes just waiting here, taking it pretty cool at the moment. Void Ray on the way over to the other side of the map, and more Phoenixes on the way. 1 Observer on the way, as well as Protoss Ground Weapons level 1. And adding up with the 3rd, having quite a lot of Sentries here with Zealots. So looks like he will go for a Sentry Mortal Colossus army after this pretty much, while as he forces the Zerg just to take some losses and slows him down by killing Overlord. Going to get his 3rd Overlord there, going to get this 1 Queen as well. 1 more Queen is going out to help out with this little engagement here, and that Queen is going down as well. So these 3 Phoenixes are really, or actually 5 right now. It was actually 4. Well, we see Spore Crawlers on the way all over the place right now, because Nerchio feels like, yeah, I need to be safe against this, because I can't really lose a lot of Overlords, because that is going to slow me down so much. Right now, if you look at the food count, you can see that Protoss is ahead, which is pretty common in this matchup. But anyway, the Zerg is always... no, what am I saying? The Zerg should always be ahead in the food count. I'm sorry for putting that out completely wrong. Oh, so nice Wolf going down, going to trap these Zerglings. But yeah, the Zerg should always be ahead in this matchup, pretty much. But he's actually behind right now, which shows us that this Nerchio actually was caught off guard with this, pretty much. All the Overlords trapped in the middle here, pretty much. Because he knows that they can't be safe, and 1 Spire being added right now, as well as Hive getting researched. Lots of extractors all over the place. While as he's aiming for that Hive tech, we see Hatchery, 4th Hatchery actually being added here, and the Phoenixes are going in once again to be the aggressive. Now we see some Roaches coming out. Lots of Spore Crawlers being built all over the place. Actually 2 by this 4th right here, and the Roaches are going to move out right now, but I actually think that ShoWTimE has quite a nice army to defend against this. 1 1 Immortal and 1 Colossus, which is pretty much everything you need versus this army. Not everything you need, but it helps out so much. And this Forge, is it going to go down? 2 nice force fields, and the Forge actually gets targeted down, so really huge loss there for ShoWTimE. But anyway, he killed off all of those roaches, which is a huge deal as well. But delaying the upgrades for the Protoss is really irritating. We see that Protoss going for more Colossus, extended thermal lens about to finish, and Blink, so he could have been going for timing there, but now he's going to grab a Nexus anyway. Forge on the way, as well as Fleet Beacon, double gateways being added up, as well as 2 Vestbind assimilators here on the 4th. And if we look at the Zerg 4th right now, we see a huge Spinecrawler wall here, going to help out a lot when you go up towards that Broodlord sect, which we see the Greatest Spy being walked in already. Corruptors on the way, as well as Zerg Grand Coppers level 1 and Zerg melee attacks level 1. So we have 1-1 Zerglings here at the moment, but melee attacks are soon to finish. So those links will be on 2-1, while as if we look at the Protoss, his Xenos will be at 1-0, as well as the Stalkers. So really good advantage there for the Zerg, and he's going to throw away a couple of Zerglings, and he actually gets into the natural on the main base as well, splitting up all the links, and this is so irritating for the Protoss. Going to pull all the probes, gets actually a surround on that Xenos, which is quite a loss of time there, but he is maybe going to get this Nexus down. Lots of Zerglings in the main base, just burrowing in the mineral line. 2 Colossus here, and oh, I don't know. He's actually, oh, he has 1 observer here, which helps him out quite a lot. And no, it was actually this cannon which gave him the vision. And this Nexus in the main is going down, but not much minerals there, so not the biggest deal of them all. But anyway, it's quite irritating to lose a couple of workers and lose you get off by your timing, something like that. 3 Broodlords now morphing in. This little aggression made Nerchio get a lot of time, so he's going to go up to 5 Broodlords as we speak, as well as lots of Corruptors already on 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Corruptors. And sorry for not being able to count correctly. And 8 Infestors as well, getting more and more Infestors. Zergflyer at Corpus level 1 getting research right now, as 1 additional hatchery in the bottom right being added up here with 2 geysers. So he's going to go up to well, anyway, a lot of geysers. He's actually going up to 10 geysers here, which is going to help out quite a lot with the hype takers. The standard which you pretty much need for high tech is 8 geysers, which is yeah, what you really need to get up to 200 and be able to sustain that kind of an army. But if you got 10 geysers and 5 bases, that will help out quite a lot. And these Phoenixes doesn't want to engage these Corruptors at the moment, because he wants to save them for later use, helping out a lot versus the Broodlord army. Right now we don't see any Phoenixes being added up by ShoWTimE, though we see where is that Zergling? I hear a Zergling. Okay, he was up by this pile. Okay, anyway, we see Templar Archives being added up. Storm has quite a while before finishing, because it takes quite a while to research, and adds up with 4 more gates, as well as Protoss Ground Armor level 2 and Weapons level 3 puts him up to quite a nice upgrade advantage there, because I don't think, let me check the Zerglings once again, they are on 2-1 at the moment, so looks like ShoWTimE will actually get ahead in the terms of upgrades. 3 Colossus with his army, and if we look at the unit count, we can see 18 Stalkers versus 14 Broodlords. Oh my god, this is going to be such a hard battle. 3 Corruptors though versus 4 Phoenixes. Could be quite interesting. If we look at the income chart, we can see that ShoWTimE is actually ahead at the moment, and he's going to move in to snipe off this base, and it's going to go down so quickly, because yeah, lots of Zerglings can react to this, but the Broodlords take quite a time to get there. And yeah, I don't know if Nerchio is going to be able to sustain his economy if he doesn't really go for an aggression pretty much right now, because the Protoss can pretty much outmaneuver the Zerg, and ShoWTimE is going to see the move out here with a couple of Zealots, as well as these. Phoenix has thrown up a nice fungal, lots of damage with this army as well, and actually looks like ShoWTimE will go in is up for a base race right here. He's going in towards the main. A couple of roaches getting rallied there, and this little wall of crawl right here is what he's going to step right into. And this is pretty much so uneconomic for him. A couple of Banelings going to kill off a couple of Colossus here, and that was the worst move ever. Nice forklifts going down from ShoWTimE, and this is a mess because there is happening things all over the place. So many Guardian shields, and he's just killing off base after base after base, warping in 7 High Templars at the moment. And yeah, that looks like the Hive and the Greater Spire will go down. Lots of Infusers going down on the Greater Spire, but it is going to go down. These Stalkers still standing, but they can't do anything because there are so much Brutalings here, killing off the Infestor there as well. So yeah, that was an interesting aggression there, throwing away his whole army, and Nerchio is now moving out with, if we look at the units now, we can see 18 Brute Lords, and this is just so sick. Lots of Archons being morphed in at the moment. I don't know, I don't think he has an mothership out though, or has he got? Yes, he's got the mothership actually, but where is that mothership? I have no idea. Lots of Zealots actually going in to put some aggression onto this throne right here. Couple of Spine Crawlers here to defend, and the Zealots are going go into the uprooted ones and going to kill them off pretty fast. A couple of Sterlings moving in, and this base is pretty good, well defended, but in the meantime the fort is going to go down for the Protoss here, and ShoWTimE really needs a big army at the moment, morphing in more and more Archons, and moving in with this mothership, and looks like, oh no, are you serious? I don't see an Overseer. He doesn't have an Overseer with the army. Oh my god, this is so crazy. Acer.Nerchio doesn't have an Overseer with the army, as well as a Vortex goes down on top of the whole army, and it's just GG, and that was so crazy. Oh, so many units going into that Vortex there. So yeah, that was a great game. Thanks for watching. I am AOP, and I just want to thank Definitive Esports and all our sponsors: XMG, Mad Cats, Triton, Bentech, and Antec, and BenQ and Antec. I'm sorry. So thank you for watching. I am AOP, and see you next week.